It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
So over the past few weeks, a debate has been happening inside of me. Something has went inside of me, tore my insides up, and will not leave. And that is, which streaming site is the worst? Who is the worst streaming site? Or sex bomb? Sex bomb. If you guys are into watching streamers, then you would know that right now the streaming community is in shambles. We have this person talking shit about this person who hates this person but is friends with this person, but because they're friends with this other person is like, well, now I hate you. And since this person hates this person, these other people are like, hey, are they arguing with that guy? I hate anyone who argues with that guy, until everyone gets divided up into their own little cliques, creating more tension between everyone. And as you know, with the recent news about Emaru and Mizkif and everyone else, the dividedness is at an all-time high. Which got me thinking, which streaming site is the worst? Sex bomb. I know the answer might seem obvious, but with everything going on right now, I'm not sure we're all going to agree on who we have at the top, or in this case, the bottom. I mean, we have people like Emaru and Valkyrie wondering if they should stay streaming on Twitch, and XQC is like, come to Kick, and they're like, maybe I should go back to YouTube. So there's a bunch of what ifs being thrown around, and people want answers sooner rather than later. But obviously, we have the big five to choose from: Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Rumble, and Party, with TikTok Live getting an honorable mention. Yep. Go ahead. Yep, you can go celebrate. Go ahead, give your speech. Promise, no one's gonna interrupt you, promise.
Thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Yo, Taylor.
But I think it's safe to say that before we even start this ranking, we all have to agree that YouTube sits atop the rest of these guys without question. Like, I've never heard about someone streaming on YouTube committing a crime, injuring someone, whatever. The person might also stream on YouTube, but for the most part, streamers like Speed, and I think only Speed, are the kind of people who boost your site's popularity versus getting everyone and their pet to hate you. So we're gonna start with Twitch, and then go down this list, and then we'll just see who's the worst at the end of the video. So for Twitch, they are basically the standard of what streaming sites should be. When they fuck up, it gets magnified by 1,000 because people are like, how could you let this happen? Like, remember when everyone was getting their VODs deleted because of the music they were playing in the background of their streams? For people like me on YouTube, we know that using other people's music either gives them the ad revenue for the video, or in some cases, the video will get taken down. But for people on Twitch, they're like, this is a violation of my free speech. How dare you not let me listen to the entirety of this album and get paid from it? I have a family to feed! Like, remember when all these OnlyFans girls were doing these hot tub streams as an excuse to be in a bikini the whole time? Twitch actually did not know whether to just ban all these girls at once or just become a softcore porn website, so they eventually settled on creating the pools, hot tub, and beaches category. And let's pause real quick. Any of these seem off to you? Yeah, it's fucking Rambo driving the golf cart. They also play favorites in that they don't and or give shortened suspensions to more popular streamers like Hassan and at one point Amaranth, which, I mean, every platform has people they treat better than others. I mean, if me and Mr. Beast had the same problem with our YouTube channel, they would literally reach out to him to fix it, versus I would have to hit up Team YouTube and get those automated responses. But playing favorites isn't really that big of a deal because everyone's doing it. They did reduce their revenue split from 70-30 to 50-50 unless you have like 300 paid subscribers. They also don't know when and how long to ban people for. Like, obviously, we recently saw how Nina Lynn was banned, or more so suspended, for just 1 day, 5 months after what she did, while someone like Aiden Ross was banned for nearly 3 years. Now look, I'm not gonna get into it, I don't like either of them, but there has to be a middle ground between 3 years and 1 day. Like, Aiden Ross was banned for hateful conduct. Yeah, it was his 4th time getting in trouble, but there was apparently no understanding on either side of what will get you banned and for how long. And even then, some people have still broken that threshold and have become so popular on the site that no matter what they do, it's always going to be a 1 day ban. Dogboy knows what I'm talking about. Also, TwitchCon has recently just been a big kick in the balls for them. What was once this lush oasis where people gathered to celebrate what they loved has turned into a place for porn stars to have their backs blown out without having sex. incidents. And for popular streamers to get walked up on by what could have been the last person they ever see. Whatever it may be, even if it was just those 2 incidents, or even just the last one and how they handle it, Twitch's reputation for being a safe space for streamers is slowly dwindling to nothing. But they do get a thumbs up for banning people like Ice Poseidon, Dr. Release the Chat Logs, and Johnny Somali. And those are 3 guys you do not want on your streaming site. But taking into account everything I went over, we'll put Twitch at 3. Actually, I didn't even say what kind of scale I was going to use. Hold on, give me a second. So I guess we're going to use a Venn diagram. Not sure how that's going to work. But sure, I'll put Twitch here, and then I guess YouTube will go here. Now for Kick, I have no idea why anyone on there is talking shit about how Twitch handles anything. You literally have to almost kill someone for Twitch to even think about wanting to ban you for more than 3 days. Like anyone, especially Stinky over here, who was trying to say anything about Twitch needing a new CO because of how long he bans people for, needs to realize that it took a man literally dying before Kick banned someone. And you can be like, well, that's because their stream wasn't going viral enough until that happened. Regardless, something like this would never happen on Twitch because the people that go on there to watch things know that it isn't a fucking snuff site. Kick is like 2 deaths away from being labeled as a softcore live leak. Like, dog, do you understand how many people on Kick have been banned for underage related content? Trying to compare that to someone being banned for a day because you want to keep saying, what if the roles were reversed, shows that your own stink is starting to affect your rational thinking. But not even that, they openly promote gambling to kids and expect their most popular streamers to do the same. They are known for being that site that streamers fall back on when they get banned from Twitch, which in some cases isn't bad, but 9 times out of 10, we all know it's because you're a dirtbag looking for a new home to spread your dirtbag ways. And even then, there are some people who are still too dirty for Kick and even get banned from there. People like Zerka, Heel Mike, Johnny Somali again, which will bump up their ranking, but the fact that they've let so many other streamers off the hook with a slap on the wrist cancels that out. What will bring them back up though is their 95-5 revenue split, where yes, Kick only keeps 5% of your earnings while you keep a sweet 95. But is it actually sweet? Is it actually sweet, tangy, and delicious? I mean, yeah, you got a 95-5 split, but 95% of $10 is $9.50. Like, trust me, they wouldn't have this big of a difference when Twitch's is literally 50-50 if they knew they were going to have to pay everyone what Aiden Ross is getting. Like, don't get me wrong, getting 95% of something is always good, unless it's like AIDS or cancer, but unless you're borderline breaking the law during every stream, then don't expect people to watch you like they did on Twitch. Like, while you're streaming yourself playing Grand Theft Auto, there's some retard trying to recreate that in real life the next stream over. So yeah, this ratio does look good, but that's only if you can somehow get past the going viral phase and then hopefully not get banned for what you went viral for. Something else that helps their ranking is that they do not have a convention to lower their ranking even more. But just by how many Kick streamers were harassing Twitch streamers at TwitchCon, the inevitable KickCon is going to either be something that TwitchCon is going to have to try and top, or it'll end up like TanaCon. There is no in between. But other than the murderous intent some of these Kick streamers possess, they get put right here, just where they belong. Now moving on to Rumble. Now if you're not familiar with them, then just know this is where the streamers who are banned from both Twitch and Kick go. So I really don't even have to tell you any more about them, honestly. The people who can't even stay on Kick come to Rumble. And if I'm not mistaken, Johnny Somali still has a channel up on there. Yeah, he hasn't streamed in over a year, but the fact that you're allowing his content to be in this case shrined even in infamy on your site, but not even that, have Andrew Tate be one of the most popular people on there also, lowers your ranking tremendously. Like, you might have heard me say this in a few videos, but there's
whale poo, and then there's you.
Like, I think Dr. Disrespect is streaming on there after what happened on Twitch, and he's actually so bad that he skipped over Kick and went straight to Rumble after they said there would be no point in signing him.
Yeah, making a deal with Dr. Disrespect, like from a financial and a business perspective right now, would make 0 sense, right? Like, it would do more harm for Kick, and it would be waste of money.
And they're right. Asking him to come stream on their site after what he was exposed for is like asking Diddy to be a feature on your song the day he gets out of jail. Mark the calendars right now. Kanye West is going to do that the day he gets out, or either the day after he gets out. They did give Sneako a contract at one time that I'm assuming expired, so I'll cut them some slack for that, for not bringing him back, but then all that slack gets brought back because they have Myron Gaines. If you don't know who he is the guy who likes to surround himself with OnlyFans OnlyFans girls and then acts like outsmarting them makes him the alpha male who doesn't need respect from women, and it's like, cool, you outsmarted someone who barely graduated high school. Acting like that makes you cool proves that girls just made fun of you in school and this is your way of getting back at them. Every one of those girls he tries to belittle in his head is every girl in high school who made fun of him for having the name Myron. Also, at times he's like the Black Charlie Kirk in that he goes to college campuses to try and get people mad, only nobody cares enough about him that much to actually want him dead. You shouldn't want anyone killed, but the fact that he thought he had the same impact as Charlie when it came to free speech is fucking hilarious. But even if we ignore all that, they are known for allowing anti-Semitism, white supremacist and extremist content. Brazil's Supreme Court suspended Rumble from their entire country for failing to comply with their demands. They're under investigation by the US Security and Exchange Commission for potentially lying about how many users they had to try and get more investors. And with how much they like to use the excuse of free speech to allow you to say virtually anything, you would have thought Trump was publicly endorsing them. And because no one has ever been reportedly banned from Rumble, they get put in a special section called the trash. Now last but not least, we have Party. This one's kind of the wild card scene is that they're fairly new when it comes to streaming platforms, and the only people who I know stream on there are Jack Doherty and Sneeko. But they also have Johnny Somali on there, so that is not a good look right off the bat. And having Jack Doherty doesn't help either. And then Sneeko? It's like letting loose a retarded three-headed bull in a china shop. They're fucking everything up. But Party isn't bad, I wouldn't say it's good, but it's still going to be some time before we see some real controversies originate from them. Like Jack's not gonna crash his car again, and Sneeko is slowly moving back to YouTube. So as of right now, Party gets put dead in the middle of this. They're not bad, they're not good, we don't even know how they're gonna end up 2, 3, 4 years down the road from now. But what I do know is that Rumble is definitely the worst streaming site out there. Like while Kick and Twitch are arguing being like, no, you're the worst, no, you're the worst, no, you're the worst, Rumble was like, guys, I'm the worst. Yeah guys, I'll either see you tomorrow and or Thursday. Peace.